The Glasgow Coma Scale is a useful neurological scale used by nurses and medical professionals alike. It is helpful in giving a reliable, objective way of assessing a person's level of consciousness after a brain injury. This standardized scale is useful in predicting survival, but a score is only as good as the person assessing it. The problem is, it's confusing. That's why we've created this helpful, funny guide to help you remember the Glasgow Coma Scale. Contrary to what you might think, the Glasgow Coma Scale was not named after a man named Mr. Glasgow, but after the University of Glasgow's Institute of Neurological Sciences, where professors of neurosurgery Graham Teasdale and Brian Jennett published it in 1974. So why is it important? It's highly predictive of mortality. The Glasgow Coma Scale, GCS for short, is broken into 3 parts that each get a score. Eye-opening, which gets a score from 1 to 4. Verbal, which gets a score from 1 to 5. And motor, or movement, which gets a score from 1 to 6. Let's begin with eye-opening scoring. Scoring a 4 for eye-opening means patients open their eyes spontaneously. Look at that cutie. Scoring a 3 means the patient will open eyes in response to command. Hey you, open your eyes. Scoring 2 is when the patient opens their eyes to painful stimuli. Whoopsh. Ouch. Scoring 1 is no response. Sleeping Beauty. For verbal, there are 5 potential scores. For a score of 5, the patient is alert and oriented and talking normally. Like, oh my God, I know, we are the best cohort and no one recognizes it. We're so awesome and pretty and smart. For a score of 4, the patient is confused, maybe speaking clearly, but confused to time and place. Where am I? For a score of 3, the patient is speaking words but is making no logical sense. I'm going to go buy apples at the bank. For a score of 2, the patient is speaking mumbled gibberish and jargon. Blah, 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 blah. Lastly, for a score of 1, the patient is silent and does not respond. For motor movements, there are up to 6 scores. For a score of 6, it means the patient can follow commands. In fact, they can follow multiple commands. Hey, Ika, walk down the stairs. Shake what your mama gave ya. You can't command dance moves like that. Scoring 5 means the patient localizes to pain. This would be shown by the patient pushing away painful stimuli. A score of 4 means the patient withdraws from painful stimuli. Decorticate posturing, also known as flexor response or mummy pose, will get a score of 3. The patient's arms will be flexed in towards the chest with legs straight, like a mummy. Decerebrate posturing is more severe and gets a score of 2. Remember, there are 3 E's in decerebrate for extension. Scoring a 1 is no response. No movement to stimulus. Nothing. Nada. Just laying there. So let's put this all together. The max score of 4 is for eye movement. The max score of 5 is for verbal. And the max score of 6 is for motor. Now, we add it all up. Okay, genius. If you did your math right, that means the lowest score will be a 3. A score of 3 to 8 indicates a severe brain injury, what you might think of as a coma. A score of 8 to 12 is a moderate brain injury. A score of 12 to 15 indicates a mild brain injury. This would include something like a concussion. Okay, kiddos, just a reminder, 3 is the lowest score, not 0. 1, 2, 3. Ah, ah, ah. Remember when we talked about how important the Glasgow Coma Scale was in predicting mortality? Well, here it is. 8 is the magic number to remember from the total score. Below 8, there is a 70% chance of mortality. Above 8, there is a 90% chance of survival. Got it? We sure hope you do. We hope this is one scale you won't run from. This presentation was brought to you today by Ika Lugod, Heather Kleiss, and Jessica Justice.